Yeah. Oh, well, I just hit the live button, so it's been about 15 seconds. But
You said I got about 15 seconds?
it's been about 15 seconds. What's up, y'all? Back for part two, day three, going live for 7 days, an hour each. So, it's about what? Almost 10 o'clock at night. It's gonna be about 11 when I get out of here. Ooh-wee. Frank, you comfortable over there? Thank you, Frank.
You silly Billy. You big old silly boy. Where you got my pen?
Cause I like it. Why not?
I was like, make sure it's in the trunk.
Yeah, I know. It looked weird out here. I'm like, what the hell is missing? And I realized it's the chairs. But yeah, I had a pretty good day. Just did some schoolwork. Kept the good vibes going. Made sure I felt good all day. I set some intentions for that. And here we are. So I'm going to be talking again about, well, continuing on from the last two lives about the mental change and the limiting beliefs that we as humans have. But today, well, in this part two, I'm going to talk about the spiritual and energetic side of it. But first, I want to set the tone, set the mood to just relax, be open-minded, and ready to receive a good word, lessons, to just relax and be at ease. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the reactions. What's going on, Blake? What's going on, Casey? I appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit that like button as you come on in. But just just do some box breathing with me, and then we're gonna get into it. All right. So 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds of exhaling, and 4 seconds hold. All right. Go ahead, inhale. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale. Hold for 4 seconds. And again. One more time. Inhale 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale 4 seconds. And hold for 4 seconds. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for that peace that has come upon me. I don't know if y'all participated, but if you did, do you feel better? How you feeling? What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button as you come on in and subscribe as well. I appreciate it. Love your quote. Oh, like if you spell run, say silk super fast. Said hi, don't do that. Yeah, I appreciate y'all though. Thank you, thank you. I'm doing good. How y'all doing? Thank you for asking. Just tuning in for the last part 2 of today. Before I go ahead and start my nightly routine or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the mental change when it comes to being spiritual, and like the energetics of it all. You know, how you doing over there?
I'm doing good.
Did you participate?
No.
No. Okay. I was
But
gonna ask you.
But at the end, I did start feeling grateful.
What's the say? Oh, Mom, go to bed.
Okay, baby, I'll be right in.
Okay. Good night. Good night. What do you mean, be right in?
I'm gonna go take a nap. Maybe spend some time in bed.
Okay. You got saved September 20th, 24. That's what's up. Kudos to you. Did that change your life? Did that change the trajectory of where you were going or where you were headed? You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
I mean, sometimes, you never know. I want to ask. But yeah, back to it. But if you want to respond, I'm watching it. I'm peeping. So the energies, and he's really going to sleep over there. The chains, the mental chains that are energetically and spiritual that a lot of us have actually, is disconnection from the higher power, which is, source, God, whatever you want to call it. Disconnection from source and your inner self. It's like, and your inner self is what's connected to that view. Your inner self is what's connected to the higher power. So a lot of us have been disconnected from our intuition. That's our inner self, our intuition, our true north. Yes, it did. I'm 12. Wow. Okay, that's what's up, man. Good for you. Good for you. But I'm not religious, but to each his own, whatever you believe in. As long as you are coming from a space of love and being your best self, that's all that really matters. It doesn't matter what you call it at the end of the day. It's all about the energy you bring into the world and for yourself, Not at all. Not at all. I'm just letting it be known. But, I used to be. That's what I grew up on. But it never connected with me. I always thought it was like a deeper meaning and understanding to religion, So that's how I found spirituality some time ago. But the first one that I want to talk about is disconnecting from source, our inner self, our true north, our best self, our higher. So easy to get caught up in the everyday with the world that the higher power. We're co-creating the life that we live by energy that we put out there. We're actually divine by nature. We are divine by nature. We are star seeds just living a human experience. So it's best for us to really understand the dogmas that we have been set out to believe and try to live by. You know, we've been conditioned for eons, generations, to live a certain way and to believe that we have to work hard and give all our energy to something outside of us, which could be the job, you know, depending on the government or shit like that, you know, forgetting that we are co-creating the life that we live because we have been disconnected from source, disconnected from our intuition, our inner self. You know, that's the first one. And then the second one is, you know, religious conditioning. I experienced it myself. You know, the dogmas that teach us that we're unworthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Like I heard that so many times growing up, that we're not worthy of God's righteous love. We're not worthy. Why not? If we're descendants of the greater power, why wouldn't we be? If we're a reflection of God, how could we not be worthy? It never made sense to me. You know, we have this fear-based obedience. Do this or else you're going to be condemned to hell. Right? It's crazy. The religious conditioning has kept us in this place of fear. And how we have to live by these certain rules or else. But doesn't it say that God has unconditional love? I feel like the Bible is so fucking backhanded sometimes. You know? It'll say one thing and then in the next verse or the next book, it'll say something totally opposite of what it said before. Don't ask me what. I can't think of it right now. And like I said, it's 10 o'clock at night. Pretty tired, but you know, I have the energy to get this out. So we have to realize the religious conditioning and the dogmas that teach us to feel and believe that we're unworthy and have us based in this fear obedience mindset, or else we're separate from God, or else you can't get into heaven, or else you're condemned and you can't be this way. You know what I mean? You have to, it's just, why do I have to not love certain parts of myself for God to love me? That doesn't make, how does that make sense? You know? And the third one is, you know, we have these karmic loops, these ancestral patterns, these persistent patterns from generations that are passed on to us that we're not even aware of, because we just think that this is how life is. You know, these are inherited beliefs. You know, money doesn't grow on trees. We always struggle. You know, unresolved family patterns that repeat until it's consciously addressed, and repeat that until it becomes aware. You become aware of the beliefs. You become aware of the family patterns. You become aware of the karma that keeps repeating itself, and you start to change it. You become that person in your family who changes the trajectory of your lineage just by becoming aware of these ancestral patterns. It's not just that we look like our grandparents. It's not just that we have the fingernails and the eyes. No. We have the emotional patterns as well, the behavioral patterns as well. It does not just stop at the physical appearance. Now, I wish it did. I wish it did just stop at the physical appearance from the ancestral patterns. I really do. But at the same time, this awareness gives people like me courage to change the trajectory of my family's lineage. Because I've been known I've been destined for greatness. Since the womb, I've been knowing that. And now is the time for me to step out of my comfort zone and tackle these patterns from generations ago, and tackle these dogmas that's been taught to us to feel unworthy and be in this fear-based obedience. You know what I mean? Get back to becoming familiar with my intuition and my inner self, and living from that from that image. Fuck the ego image that I have grown into. You know what I mean? From the fear base, from the fears, from the doubts, from the shame. You know what I mean? All of that has created this personality that I have been living in, and that goes for so many people out there too. They don't even they're not even aware of it. They just think that it's just them because of these past experiences, these past situations that happened in their life. They believe that they believe and they accept that these past experiences have created this identity within them. They hold on to it. And I myself did the same thing. But that's no longer the route that I'm going, because I'm aware of these mental blocks, these mental chains, these limiting beliefs, these holes that has been put upon me from generations ago, even from my life, from my life's experiences. You know? And that's what I mean by the energetic chains. You know? Like I said, you don't just look like your mom, you don't just look like your grandparents. It is the emotional aspect too. Like, you have their traumas as well, and you just aren't aware of it yet. Maybe you are. And if you are, good for you. I pray that you continue on this journey and release those strongholds and release that energy so it can move up and out of you, and you can become wiser, because right now it's deeply rooted in your root chakra. It is stuck there. It's stuck in your body. You can feel it. It's walking with you. This heavy ass cloud is walking with you. I know this because I'm speaking from experience. I'm just walking with you every day. So you can choose to journal about it. You can choose to meet that inner child within you. You can choose to forgive whatever situation that is keeping you stuck and keeping you feeling like you have to be in and live in lack. You have an abundance of lack right now. You can choose to let that go. You can choose to start to love yourself more and more each day. You can choose to stop looking in the mirror and stop being disgusted about what you see. You can choose to start to look in the mirror and say, I love you. You can choose to look in the mirror and say, I forgive you. I forgive you. But it's up to you. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You know, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. Straight up. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. Say something in the comments. Let me know you're still here with me. But yeah, man, these loops, these ancestral patterns are real. They are real. And if you ever take the time, if you are blessed to still have your grandparents in this here lifetime, ask them a few questions. Ask them how they grew up. Ask them, dig deep with them. They love that shit. So, and with you asking them more questions, I bet you 100% you'll find out more about yourself if you are open to it. If you have that open heart and that open mind, I bet you will find out more about yourself. Because you're connected. You are connected. We are connected. You wouldn't be here right now if we weren't. So I thank you for being here. You know, you're here for me and I'm here for you. So it's the disconnection from source, your inner self, your religious conditioning, and the ancestral patterns. And then we have the egoic identity, which is what I kind of spoke on earlier, you know, over identifying with your status, your traumas, your labels, or your roles that you think you need to play. You know, rather than your true essence, rather than your real divinity. Like I said, y'all, we are star seeds living a human experience. And really, we're just here. We're just here to experience life, to enjoy life, not to take it so seriously. You know, like I said, we've been conditioned to feel like our mistakes that we make are us. Like I said in the other video, we make mistakes. Mistakes don't make us. You make mistakes. Mistakes don't make you. So instead of identifying with your status of like where you're from, who you are, you're a black woman, you know what I mean, a white blonde girl, or you have a certain amount of money, you know, you don't have enough money to do what it is that you want to do yet. Whatever your status is, whatever your traumas are, you know, you've been molested, you've been shot at, you've been talked down on, whatever it is that your traumas, you have parental traumas, you know, your parents beat you or didn't love you enough, whatever your traumas are, you have to stop overly identifying with them. You know what I mean? And start to become familiar with our true essence, our divine self, that oneness that's within us, that oneness that's wanting so bad to be let out. You know, that's your true authentic self. You know, think about it. When you were a baby, you didn't have all these traumas. You were just as happy as can be. You came out, everybody gave you what you need. You needed sleep, you got your sleep. You needed to eat, you got the milk. You know what I mean? Everybody gave you what you needed. Nobody faulted you for falling over and stumbling over. No, they helped you get up to try again. Nobody faulted you for your mistakes. You were perfect. You were just fine. You were divine. And then as time went on, life experiences happened. And you started to identify with them. You started to hold on to them. Instead of just learning from them and letting them go. And letting the emotions flow. You know what I mean? Life is the ebbs and flows. But a lot of us choose to stay at the lower aspect, in the lower energetic place, because we don't want to get hurt anymore. But does that really make sense when you think about it? We stay at the lower energies of the life, in the fear, in the doubt, in the anger, in the shame, in the guilt. We stay at those lower energy aspects because we don't want to get hurt. But are you actually not getting hurt? Are you actually happy with that? Are you actually fulfilled in that aspect of life? You know what I mean? Are you actually? Because if not, to release that and to break free from those mental chains, those energetic and spiritual chains that keep you stuck, you just got to become aware of when you feel the urge to be disconnected. You know, you got to become aware when you start to continue to identify with those stories that you continue to tell yourself about. You know, I can't do this. I don't have enough money. People don't like me. they're gonna judge me. You know, I always fight with my mom, or it's always something with them. You know, I can't do that. I'm too shy. I can't do that. I'm not smart enough. You know what I mean? You gotta become aware of those stories you're telling yourself. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button. I appreciate you. Become aware, because you can't shift what you can't see. So, you know, the clue, the clue that reveals the purpose of life is to surrender yourself. Just let go and allow the divine essence into your life, the oneness, love into your life, is to let go and start to identify with that ideal self, your true self. You know, that inner child is holding on to that because that inner child is holding on to those traumas and those stories that you keep telling yourself because it doesn't trust to be safe. But are you really being safe and kept safe? Or are you just comfortable in that uneasiness? Is that really where you want to be? I know you're yearning for more, because we're meant to want more. We're meant to experience more in life every day. We're meant to want more. And it's not greed at all. It's all about your intentions behind everything. So like I said before, if you're doing it from love, it's not greed. It's not greed. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. So, you know, the other one is to release those mental blocks and those emotional, energetic chains. Is to, one, become aware. Two is to release and reprogram those beliefs. So all of those beliefs that keep you stuck, right? Rewrite those beliefs. Because at the end of the day, a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. There's no truth behind it. You make it your truth. It's your truth. It's not the truth. So rewrite those beliefs and repeat them to yourself. Repeat them to yourself on a daily basis, just like you repeat those beliefs to yourself on a daily basis right now. It's like, it's just second nature. You don't even notice that you're repeating the shit to yourself. So that's why I mean, become aware. Become aware of what you're telling yourself and how you feel and the actions that you're taking on a daily basis, or the actions that you're not taking based off of fear. Become aware. I'm telling you, you will start to thank yourself. You will start to appreciate yourself more. You will start to love yourself more. And the people around you will do the same. They'll start to love you more. They'll start to love themselves more because they see that you're happier. They want the juice. You know what I mean? It's a domino effect. It's not just about you. You start to change yourself for the better. The people around you, the people that love you, the people that you love, will start to want to change too. But you know, in order to change, it's one step at a time. Understand it just doesn't happen overnight. So journal about it, you know, do some shadow work, do some inner child healing. I'm telling you, it works. It works. Journal about it. You know, go on a walk, a nature walk. Just talk to yourself. Talk to God, to Source. Do some rage journaling. Rage journaling, you just scribble and scrabble. You just get your thoughts out on the paper. You don't even, at the end of it, you probably don't even understand what you wrote, but all those thoughts are on the paper. You know, nobody has to read it. You just got it out of you. You moved that energy. And then it's about embodiment. Whether it be meditation, whether it be EFT tapping, which is tapping the meridians in your body to subconsciously reprogram those beliefs, reprogram new energies into your body. Maybe do breath work, maybe do some movement like some yoga or some chi, but it's all with intentions. It's all with intentions. Are you good at giving advice? It's all about perspective. And then, we can consciously create through aligned action. Y'all hit that like button for me as you come in. Some people say I'm good at giving advice. Never got a bad review. If you want to say that, but it's all about perspective. But yeah, we can consciously create. And what I mean by that is thinking of your best self, your the best version of you. Who is that person? What do they eat? What do they drink? Who do they hang around? What are the things that they say to themselves? What are the things that they say to other people? How do they respond to situations? How do they respond to those situations that once irked them so much for them to get angry? How do they respond to those types of situations? What do they do on a daily basis? What are they consuming when they're listening to the radio, when they're watching TV? What are their habits? Do they work out? Do they read books? Do they smoke? Do they go on vacation? What do they do? So based off of that version of you, that best version of you, take aligned action to become that best version of you. Take aligned action to become that best version of you. I've been very sad, but I don't know if it's depression, and I act happy around people. When I'm at home, I'm not happy at all. Can you give me some advice to try to be happy? Tay. Well, I'm going to tell you from my experience. Depression is very real, first of all. So if you need help, I suggest you do get that professional help that if you feel like you need it. And second of all, like, happiness is a choice, just as well as sadness, just as well as fear, just as, they're all emotions. So happiness is a choice. So instead of thinking about, what outside of you is aggravating you, think about what outside of you and inside of you that you can be grateful for. What can you be grateful for right now? Because, it's not about what we're doing, but it's about what we're feeling. Instead of thinking about what it is that you don't want and what aggravates you, think about all the things that you can be grateful for right now. You have your limbs, you have your eyes to hear, to see the beautiful things around you. You have your ears to listen to the people that you love. You have your ears to listen to your favorite songs. You have your ears to listen to the birds chirping. You know what I mean? You can see the sunrise. You can see the sunset. You have a roof over your head. Your family that you love is breathing, even though they may get on your nerves. If they do, go for a walk. Go for a breather. Maybe you can express to them what it is that's bothering you in a loving way. But at the end of the day, life is a reflection. The mirror's not going to smile back at us if we're frowning. So, for another one is to take a look at yourself. What is it that's bothering you about them? Because it's a reflection of you. It's a reflection of you. Every moment of your life, every moment of my life, we are consciously or unconsciously assuming a feeling. We are going into every day assuming a feeling, whether that be to be aggravated, whether that be to be excited, happy, and fear. We're assuming a feeling every day, every moment of our life. So control the nature of that assumption. It's your choice. You know, you can't avoid assuming a feeling, so pick the feeling that you want to feel. Ignore what somebody is doing that may aggravate you, and then write it down in the journal. What possibly could aggravate me today, and how am I going to respond to this? You feel me? It's up to you. It's up to me to change the trajectory of our life. You know, you don't have to be sad every day, but it's about what you're choosing to focus your energy on. Yeah, you too. Thank you. I hope it helped you. For real. You have a good night. Go to sleep with some intentions. You know what I mean? Go to sleep with feeling good and dreaming about the best life possible, and wake up in that same mentality. If you go to sleep like that, I bet you'll wake up feeling good. Straight up. Do it from love. Much love to you. Good night. But yeah, been on here for 36 minutes, almost to an hour. Yeah. Got it going. Got it going. I appreciate everybody who tuned in so far, though. Who've been interacting with me. You know, we're going to get the lives jumping again. I had the lives jumping maybe 2 months ago, but I stopped. I got sick. Man. But I'm good now, so, you know, I accepted the challenge of going live, and we here, you know. We're going to create a series of these mental blocks, financial blocks, the mental blocks, the psychological blocks, the emotional blocks, you know. We're going to do it, the behavioral ones, all of them. We're going to create a series, I'm going to go live, and then piggyback off of that to make some episodes based off of each subject that I'm talking about. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. So y'all stay tuned for the rest of them. Straight up. How's y'all's day or night going? Where y'all at? Matter of fact, where y'all at? Right now, I'm on the Pacific Northwest, and it's 10:30 at night. 10:30 at night. I've been preparing for my finals. This is almost finals week, so things are getting kind of overwhelming, so to speak. But I ain't gonna let it get to me. You know, like I said, it's all about that energy you're giving. You know, I'm gonna conquer that shit. I'm gonna continue to keep my A's and be on an academic scholarship. We're gonna get there. Gonna transfer to the university, do big things. Yes, sir. How's y'all's night going, though? I appreciate y'all. Basically, man, we just gotta surround ourselves with the true image of ourselves. You know, that's what I'm speaking into existence. The true image of myself. I'm that motherfucker, you know what I mean? I'm smart as hell. I'm gonna be on the academic scholarship. I'm gonna be in that. I'm gonna be on the dean's list. I'm gonna get my degree and do what I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna grow my YouTube. I'm gonna grow this channel and create a community of people who want to. Thank you. Were you the one that was on my other comment and you said you can't catch my lives? I feel like it was you, or there was another name that looked like yours. But I appreciate you. But You know, I'm gonna grow this YouTube channel. I'm gonna grow this community for like-minded people who want to architect and build their dream reality. Like, this is what it's about. You know, encouraging others, and I'm also encouraging myself as well. You know, this is a part of my destiny, and I've known this since I was in the womb, like I said, and I'm every day getting more courage to put myself out there, getting over those limiting beliefs and getting comfortable being uncomfortable, because on the other side of that uncomfortability is where my dream life is. Think about it. Being comfortable, where has being comfortable ever gotten you? Exactly where you are. Not much further than where you are, because you want to be comfortable. Frank, you want to go inside?
You coming with mommy? Okay.
He said, yeah. That was me just happened to bump into your live. Okay. I'll be there in 20 minutes. All right. That was me just happened to bump. Yeah. Good. I'm glad you joined. I'm glad you could make it. That's what's up. I'm glad you could make it. Hope you subscribe too. Hope y'all all subscribe. Stay tuned for more, you know? Because, you know, the best fact of the matter is we are the creators of our lives. We are creating the life that we live right now. We're co-creating that shit. We're by the energy that we put out and the actions that we do or do not take, we're co-creating that, and life is just reflecting that back to us. Life isn't happening to us. It's happening through us. It's happening for us. It's happening by us. We're co-creating that because we have that power within us. If you really think about it, if you really sit back and think about it, your life is the way it is right now. My life is the way it is right now because of everything that I have done or didn't do and how I felt about it. And the same goes for everybody in this goddamn world. Everybody. So, you're the consciousness. You're the I am that you are. I am the I am that I am. So what are you saying you are? What is your own I amness? Are you saying I am broke? I can't afford this. Life is always hard for me. You know? I never have a good relationship. People always want to get over on me. What are you saying about yourself? What are you declaring in your life? You know, who is this you? It's the consciousness that knows you're you. So what are you conscious of? You choose to be conscious of whatever you want to be conscious of. That is what you're identifying with. In other words, choose to identify with your best self. The best version of you coming from love, you know, not from the ego. I wanna shit on these people. I wanna do this to prove them wrong. No, that's the ego. That's the worldly 3D person version of you. I'm talking about the version of you that's coming from love, from God, from source. That knows that everything that happens is for you to grow from. The version of you that isn't a victim to life, but they're a victor of life. No matter what, even if it seems like something isn't going the right way, even if it seems like you failed at something, you learn from it, you grow from it, and know that you have to go this way to get to where you want to go. Not that it's just the end of the road for you. Because if you really want it, if you really desire it, if it's really a dream of yours, if it's really on your heart and you know that it's going to change your life, that it's going to make you happy, that it's going to change so much in your life for the better, it's yours for the taking. You know, there's many avenues to get there. It doesn't mean that you got to stop and go a different way to do something else. to do something else totally different that's not really your dreams. It's just telling you the many ways that is not possible. That one way, if you keep going, you're gonna find it. You are going to find it. You know, there's so many examples of so many people that have failed and kept going, and they succeeded and conquered it and became so big in the world. They became icons. They became icons because they didn't give up. And then there's so many people in the world who give up because they failed a few times, or somebody, they heard somebody talking about them, so they went back into their hole and started to hide. Don't let that be you anymore. Don't let that be you anymore. Become unfuckwittable. Become unstoppable. Become unbreakable. Tell yourself you're unbreakable. Tell yourself you're unstoppable. Tell yourself you're unfuckwittable. Tell yourself you are strong as fuck. Straight up. Tell yourself these things. Start to love yourself more. Hug yourself more. Hug yourself more. Hug yourself more. Tell yourself, I love you. I love me some me. I love me some me. Straight up. The more you do that, the more confidence you build. The more you do that, the more of that fear-based beliefs that you have been stuck in, the more you understand that it's just an emotion. It's not you. It's not you. The fear, the happiness. Thank you, Hotfully. The fear, the happiness, the guilt, the shame, they're all emotions. The excitement is all emotions. And emotion does not define you. But so many people have come to the conclusion that when they are scared of something, that they're just, it just is. I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of public speaking. No. But if you really think about it, when you become scared, you get nervous, you get a little anxious, you become sweaty, your heart starts pumping. That's fear. And then when you get excited, what happens when you're excited? You start sweating, your heart starts pumping, you get a little nervous. Fear and excitement, same regulation, same feelings that come up, but we just label it fear because it's something that we're uncomfortable doing. But when you're excited, this is something that you want to do. It's something that you haven't done yet, and it excites you, and you're ready to do it. So in those instances that you are starting to become fearful, why not label it? Why not say that you're excited? Oh, I'm excited. Because you still have your heart still pumping, you're sweating, you know what I mean? You got the bubble guts, your stomach's, it's going. It's the same damn emotions, it's just labeled differently. Labeled differently. So psych yourself out. You we your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's fake. It just goes based off of what you tell it and how you feel about what you're telling yourself. So psych yourself out. You know? Once I figured that out, I was like, wow. That's some real shit right there. That's some real shit. I don't have to be scared of anything. I can just tell myself I'm excited and still go after it. And even if you do still label it as fear, continue on with the journey, because the only thing that's stopping you is you. Yeah, the dryer finally stopped. But honestly, the only thing that's stopping you is you. Nobody else. Anybody can say anything that they want. But at the end of the day, you're going to make the decision to continue on with the journey of where you want to go, or you're going to make the decision to stop in your tracks and do something that you don't want to do. You know, you have the power over your life, or you're going to give your power away and let somebody else stop you. You choose. You choose. Because, like I said, you're the creator, you're the co creator of your life. And life is just in the universe, God, life is just reflecting back to you what it is that you want for yourself, what it is that you feel you need to have. Whether you want it or you don't, it's going off of your main vibration, your main energy focus, your dominant energy focus. That's the mirror principle. It will transform your life, but you got to become aware of it. It will transform your life forever. And I can feel my life doing the same thing, changing, changing. I put it in my mind that I wanted, and I went after it, went after it. It's happening step by step, day by day. So start relating to the person that you want to become. Start relating to your divine self. And like I said before, become aware because you can't shift what you can't see. Release and reprogram those beliefs that keep you stuck, those chains, you know? Do some shadow work, that inner child healing, do some journaling. Forgive, 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 forgive. It is huge. It's going to lift a weight off of you. Not even just a weight, a huge weight off of you. I'm speaking from experience, man. Forgive. Not only yourself, we can beat up on ourselves so easily. Excuse me. So not only forgive yourself, but forgive the situations, forgive the people. And like I said so many times, you don't even have to talk to these people. You can do it energetically because everything is energy. And what you're holding on to is the emotions. And that is energy in motion. And that energy is not moving right now. It's stuck in you. It's stuck at the core of you, at the root of you. And once you start to forgive, that energy starts to rise and it becomes wisdom. It goes to your crown chakra, becomes wisdom, and it moves into the ether, into the world because you decided to let it go. You decided to get it out of your root. You decided to get it out of the pit of your stomach. You know, you decided to raise your true essence and become a lighter being instead of that dark person that you have been, that unhappy person. What's going on, Becky? Thank you for joining. Hit that like button as you come in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And then it's about embodiment, you know, embodiment practices, whether that's meditation, whether that's EFT tapping, which is, tapping the meridians within your body, breath work, movement like some qigong or yoga or just shaking. That gets the energy moving as well. And then, it's also about conscious creation, that aligned action. That's what I mean by when I said earlier, who is that best version of yourself? And then take that aligned action and feel as if you are that version of yourself, of your best self, I mean, your highest self, your love self. Like I said, don't go based off of the ego. Like I'm gonna prove this to them. Like I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna get all these millions and shit on these motherfuckers. Like no, that's your ego self. No, no, no. We don't want that. We're getting away from the 3D aspect of what has been created for us, you know? We're letting that go. We're letting all those low vibrations go. And we are allowing our true essence to take the driver's seat. Because we've been letting our ego take the driver's seat for so long. You know, our ego lives in fear. Our ego lives in self-doubt. Our ego lives in shame. We're letting that go. And we're starting to learn to love 100% ourselves in the world around us. We're starting to have that deep reverence for life, that deep respect for ourselves and life. That's where we're headed. We're raising our consciousness. We're elevating. We're elevating 100%. So we're going to take that aligned action. We're going to consciously create the best version of ourselves. Write about it. Who is that? Who is that version of you? What do they eat? What do they drink? What are their habits? Who are the people that they hang around? What is the crowd that they hang around? What do they do on a daily basis? Who is that? You know? How do they speak? It's up to you to figure out who's that best version of you. You know who it is. Don't be ashamed of it. Embrace it. Embrace your authentic self. Embrace your authentic self. Walk in this truth. Walk in this truth. Because I am, everything is. Because I am, everything is. The time has come in our journey where struggle must cease to exist. Struggle is no more. It's all about thriving in every aspect. You know, it's already done. So step into your power. Visualize your ideal reality. Start to believe in yourself and take inspired action. Stay committed to that ideal reality. Stay committed to that ideal reality because your dreams are actualizing every step that you take towards that dream reality, that dream self that you have for your life. It's activated every step, activated more and more every step that you take. So step into your power. Step into your power and continue to visualize your ideal self. Keep that visualization in the forefront of your mind and believe in yourself because it's actualizing. It's happening for you every step that you take, every inspired action that you take. Just stay committed to it. I'm telling you, I've seen it and I'm experiencing it. It's unfolding as I'm speaking. It's unfolding every fucking day. So whatever that ideal version of you is, keep that in the forefront of your mind. Write about it every day. Wake up and read that paper. Before you go to sleep, read that paper. Step into your power. Because to find real peace, you have to let that armor go. That armor of trying to protect yourself from worldly things, like people judging you, like not wanting to be seen, like feeling like you're gonna fail. Just know that you're protected. Accept that you're protected. Let that armor go. And let the armor of source be your protection. Let the armor of source be your guidance. Straight up. Relieve that suffering. Relieve that suffering. All right, y'all. So that's where I want to end this tonight. of part 2. Letting the spiritual and energetic chains go. Letting yourself free from those energetic beliefs that keep holding you back. You know what I'm saying? All right. Just want to end this with an even better note. Thank y'all for tuning in. All right. Just breathe it out. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the energy. Thank you for all the people who joined, interacted, everything. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Make sure you have a great night, great day wherever you at in the world. Make it great. Don't let nobody fuck it up for you because you have the power. All right? Much love.